Pisces is a zodiac sign linked to the element of water that corresponds to the period between February 20th and March 20th. Let's discover its characteristics, its temperament, the strengths and weaknesses that distinguish it, as well as the way in which it experiences the love or professional sphere. The characteristics of the zodiac sign Pisces. Pisces is a mutable water sign governed by the planets Neptune and Jupiter. It corresponds to the period of the year that goes from February 20th to March 20th and marks the end of the zodiac cycle. In fact, it is traditionally considered as the last sign. This distinctive trait makes him the most brilliant representative of all 12 signs, the one from whose creative chaos a new beginning will find lifeblood. Pisces are associated with the female gender and are distinguished by being imaginative, creative, messy, even brilliant and visionary. The Pisces sign sees reality with new eyes, knows how to seize opportunities, is flexible and adapts to the unexpected with great ease. Also gifted with a marked altruism, he is empathetic, confident about the future, open-minded, sensitive and romantic. Those who belong to this sign are often considered dreamers, people in the clouds, utopians. In reality, Pisces is also characterized by great self-denial and often tends to sacrifice themselves for those close to them. On the other hand, this sign is also introverted, shy, feels the judgment of others a lot and can sometimes be crushed by the latter or by an environment that is not congenial to him. The symbol of Pisces is, in fact, the aquatic animal of the same name represented in pairs, almost as if to convey the idea of duality that perhaps the sign, as the last representative of the zodiac, is required to realize. Those born under the sign of Pisces will probably be people with great spirituality, someone who takes on the problems of others and who does not hesitate to descend into the depths of the human soul to explore it. Pisces are associated with the female gender and are distinguished by being imaginative, creative, messy, even brilliant and visionary. The Pisces sign sees reality with new eyes, knows how to seize opportunities, is flexible and adapts to the unexpected with great ease. Also gifted with a marked altruism, they are empathetic, confident about the future, open-minded, sensitive and romantic. Those who belong to this sign are often considered dreamers, utopians. In reality, Pisces is also characterized by great self-denial and often tends to sacrifice themselves for those close to them. On the other hand, this sign is also introverted, shy, is very sensitive to the judgment of others and can sometimes be crushed by the latter or by an environment that is not congenial to them. The symbol of Pisces is, in fact, the homonymous aquatic animal represented in pairs, almost as if to convey the idea of duality that perhaps the sign, as the last representative of the zodiac, is required to realize. Those born under the sign of Pisces will probably be people with great spirituality, someone who takes on the problems of others and who does not hesitate to descend into the depths of the human soul to explore it. Strengths and weaknesses of the Pisces sign. Pisces within the zodiac is a complex and very fascinating sign, as they are endowed with an aura of charisma that is easily intuited. They love to daydream, live 1,000 adventures in their imagination and often find themselves at odds with the frenetic pace imposed by everyday life. They therefore tend to take refuge in their intimate world, in which they feel enveloped and protected, or they love to carry out activities such as meditation or walks in nature. Pisces have an intense ability to communicate, both with others and through concrete means of expression, and among their main strengths we find affection, the desire to understand and listen to others, empathy, idealism and curiosity towards the world around them. On the other hand, by its very nature the Pisces zodiac sign has characteristics that sometimes do not reconcile well with an existence marked by commitments and responsibilities. For this reason they can become chaotic, disorganized, lazy and inconclusive. However, since the sign is dominated by two different planets, namely Jupiter and Neptune, much of the temperament of Pisces will depend on which of the two will have a prevailing position. The so-called Jupiter Pisces, or those in which the influence of Jupiter is stronger, will be more rational, balanced people and able to easily adapt to the demands of society, while if the Neptunian aspect of the sign prevails, then the person will be characterized by being particularly imaginative, indecisive and irrational. Those born under this sign have a great gift which is that of intuition. They have, in fact, a vision of things, feelings and situations that is much more immediate and in-depth than that which the other representatives of the zodiac can have. They are perceptive, sensitive and highly empathetic, but also very impressionable, not very logical, with little practical sense and little adherence to reality. They can also be highly indecisive and oscillate from one position to another without ever taking a definitive one. The sign of Pisces in love. The characteristics of Pisces make it a sign strongly attracted to relationships, especially romantic ones. They are constantly looking for a person who can complete them. They also live on emotions and sensations, therefore they can fall in love extremely easily. Often in their youth they do not have an unstable love life and go from one story to another in search of the great love, bored by the fact that, after an initial phase of passion, a phase of stability and routine takes over in all relationships. They therefore tend to fantasize about other people, projecting their desire for adventure onto them, and, although they do not always take action, they can also have a certain tendency towards infidelity. Among the characteristics of Pisces in love is the propensity to care and to listen, which leads them to develop relationships almost of dependence on the other person. Pisces often have the so-called Red Cross nurse syndrome, because they feel a strong desire to help those close to them, often experiencing tormented and failed love stories. They can also be easily manipulated because they are impressionable and sensitive individuals who, at times, do not develop a sense of detachment strong enough to protect them from disappointments or attempts at psychological plagiarism. As for affinities with other signs, Pisces gets along well with Sagittarius and Cancer, who share a love for novelties and an open mind, while they do not have a good understanding with Virgo and Capricorn, who for them are excessively rational and detached. Pisces characteristics at work. Unlike other representatives of the zodiac, the sign of Pisces does not attach fundamental importance to its professional growth and career. In reality, they are much more interested in living their inner complexity or relationships and do not dedicate much time and energy to work goals. If they manage to find an outlet in the artistic field, they can certainly achieve great success. In particular, they have marked talents in singing, dancing and in all expressive forms that involve the use of the body. On the other hand, Pisces is a zodiac sign with characteristics that are not always appreciated in the workplace. They do not tolerate stress, competition, excessive unmotivated zeal and the conformism that certain environments impose. Although they are creative, empathetic and good communicators, they express themselves best in all those contexts in which they can be left free to manifest their personality. Professions related to care, hospitality and teaching can be congenial professional, provided that Pisces can carry them forward in the way that they consider most in line with their personality.